corpse looks at you with... You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
There he still is, looking right through you. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar. Too late. It's impossible until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat.
It's okay. Happens to it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache. That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the...
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Active...
He's about to blow!
Kuno's...
Oh yeah! Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds... I mean drugs.
Yeah, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it.
The rake! You should throw the...
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What? Kuno's Kuno?
Kuno. Primal.
Yeah, think about it.
He seems glad someone...
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fit... Help!
Help! He's got the Kuno! Help!
Escalate!
Pigs in there in Kuno! Somebody, please!
Thump. Kuno.
What?
Officer.
For heaven's sake, he thinks.
Okay, pig.
If this act was about him,
Kuno knows to
the creature...
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want? Kuno... Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno does...
Hello, sir. Stop. Are you interested in it? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, post...
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're fooling nobody.
Sir, are you...
I can't believe it. It felt like springtime. Sure, I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff.
This post Lavantore. The box eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and the mail collection, and then suddenly you... The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any...
Where? There? Those are old. These bullets were fired. Not much.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar on. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a
The quality of metal is not the problem.
He's enjoying your little failure. He finds it amusing.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rag. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in. Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar. What is this?
Let's ask the manager for the key.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, you stick the pry bar into the fissure. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This isn't...
Among the... has the legs.
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here. Guitar marked. The belt is missing.
Something slimy catches. A drab long...
This is a military type.
The rest of the rags are...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. Not really.
The fuck?
See?
The lieutenant nods. Then it's just nothing. What's this? A blue piece. Something larger.
Officer. Yes, it is. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well...
His eyes express a rare condolence.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the...
Some items, such as the ledger you found...
You pick out a broken...
You've acquired an interactive...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's just a racist... Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you... So again... It's the ledger you found in the trash. Right. Below the pathetics? They're not once in a while. Work. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. There is, for precisely the task you've interview, a satisfying things to be done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we thought, huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations state, yes, it appears, yes. Others appear, you like this grimy, it's going to take an effort to piece the...
Yes, it's a holdover. Again, in your... I pray his loved ones. Rail spike through the head.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, then rip them from the bind. 3. The top, a monetary penalty. These are quite a dozen. Color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched. It's the ledger you've... An aluminium block runs the surfaces.
What? That thing. It's any capable. All RCMV.
This means you...
It depends.
How many years you've been on the force, you think?
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. It's proving to be hard. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always be. Why, yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HD. No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. Fine. It takes about half an hour for you to piece one together. Mr. Raphael, which one do you want? This one, the mural, True Love, is people call it. The graffito crew is easy to track down. The case file, the crew agrees. The 9,000 people subjected to the murals, a staggering 78% of voters choose. In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter. And agreement as well. What do you want to tackle? AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in general, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. The only way for Leslie to stop displaying his genitals and for Burke to stop attacking things would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability. You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home, threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up? It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because they're there. Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things. He must have it confused. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for perm, killed them. They broke it. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's knee. Can't get out of his apartment. An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Does that sound like a Raphael something Costo to you, sir? Damn it, take it anyway, since you so obviously want to be a detective Costo. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still. It's the ledger you found in the track. It's made of dark blue plastic. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. Blue, the blue heart. Don't look into it. With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The slides snap back into place. Without two ticket stubs and a hand, two octopuses are smiling. Reaching their thin wax paper has been. It smells a touch of cinnamon. Familiar. A young woman. Harry. It begins. You're already reading. Throw it away, please. Your hand shakes. Every step I take, you. Every kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on. To what?
Detective.
There is no again. No. Beautiful. There is no. You think they would let you? Yeah.
Its glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstery.
Drink.
The water is
Drink.
with greedy.
What happened? That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material because it's nice and orderly. No, there's more to... Hard to say. It's gone now. inconspicuous pile of the roofing material because it reveals. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material because there's a secret door. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this?
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every...
Yeah, swift.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial hub.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RC. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. His eyes trace the crane's contour as if trying to memorize.
Yes, we were in the middle of something. Your clock. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to what... Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 major stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. Nope, no. That's still...
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost...
A tarpaulin. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the look in his eyes is a mix of...
I think that...
He turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. Nope, no.
Sure. Just be careful, okay?
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. Nope, no. That's still...
Sure. Just be careful. What are we doing? Or it could...
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again. A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. No. A tarpaulin. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. Over the look in his eyes is a mix of the engine. He turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Ankles tingling from the tension. Blood Martinez.
He's so on the money, Breton! Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette, whilst airborne!
Ankles tingling from the tension. Martinez goes about its daily routine.
He's so on the money, Breton! Just imagine yourself dual-wield...
The corpse is dominating the yard, and the stench is nauseating, even so far from the epicenter. As the concrete floor welcomes you,
I knew you could do it.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, on second glance,
It's unfortunate for the unit.
let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smooth. Hundreds of documents contain and the same materials being handed. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't. It appears to be remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides.
What is so special about this borscht? Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. The drawers. The file cabinet stand. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list. The drawers.
Yes?
Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts. Well, they went through.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exact.
This is the night watchman's booth.
If you must.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair.
Why did you take that? Fine, but let's move. I don't...
This is the night. Arresting control. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. Who can say?
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Before you stands a...
You do? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating? There may very... We're not here to interact with content.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, The lieutenant considers your actions. No reply. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective.
You're back before the cargo container. And, as it's always been, it's impossible. You're back before the cargo container. Why are you even trying?
Why are you...
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not left. Why? You're back with no reply. You turn to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions.
Because what?
You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before the cargo container. Why are you You're back with no reply. Why? You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before the cargo container. Why?
Because...
You're back before the cargo container. Why are you even trying? You're back before the cargo container. Why are you? You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before you turn to your left. The lieutenant Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric? You're back before the cargo container. Why are... You're back before the cargo container.
Because...
You're back before the cargo container. Why are you... You're back before the cargo container. Why are... You're back before the cargo container. What? You're back before the cargo container. What? before the cargo container. Why are you... You're back before the cargo container. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Why? You're back before the cargo container. You're back before the cargo container. You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before the cargo container. Why? You're back before the cargo container. What? You're back before the cargo container.
Because what wasn't an option?
You're back before the cargo container. You're back before the cargo container. What? You're back. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant can, despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
You can't be serious.
Stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers prepare. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen? Who am I? Oh, anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Theodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Pleasure to meet you. Though I'm sorry to hear that a good public servant like yourself is enrolled to the drink. A man can't serve two masters, in my experience. Why go so soon? Welcome back, gentlemen. Traveling. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? Ah, Herschel. I remember walking its streets. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of loan. There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising, luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, bail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois. Don't get me wrong. They are nice things. But once you achieve a certain level...
He speaks from the heart. He has very different problems compared to low net worth individuals.
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich, to be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
And blow.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is, but then once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come up. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And precisely. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness and all that. Exactly. A world of slavery and violence. Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital. It is truly, it's almost entirely careful.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place?
What do you mean? Are you talking about my chin? Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it. It's some statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely low net worth individual meets an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics cease to apply, among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who is unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask...
Somehow, there is not even a cent of corruption here. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do have nearest 3 real. How much can you get for this? That's the idea, my friend. You've got... Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
If business planning were really your strong suit, you
He should what?
The volunteer police force. And why? Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
If business plan...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
If...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do?
If business...
He should.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What?
If business plan...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What?
If business plan...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What?
If...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can...
If...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What?
If business planning...
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Deploying high-concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in 3, 2, 1. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative.
A youth center, huh?
A place to train, buff, a place to teach them practical skills, like teamwork. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future? When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment. I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck. Here's a round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Cha-ching! What'll it be? Speed? Vodka? Cigarettes?
Bratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked. Nothing less than total annihilation will suffice.
The lieutenant looks at you with horror.
Ah, yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity that becomes a wealthy individual. Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment. And I expect to see returns.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again.
Yes, I'm all right.
Now, was there anything else I could help you, gentlemen?
Yes? Yes?
Container.
The accent is so...
Container.
The look in it...
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them. I mean, I don't personally mind. Just some of the other guys don't... Oh, yes. Or people say us...
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as...
Told you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's very...
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters.
Oh, absolutely, mister. Yes, I'm like, actually...
Who is...
A real... But I can't...
Stay on this, Miss Beaufort.
Oh, Liz, but she's a...
For a fraction of a second.
If me missus and me was... Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such...
Yes.
Well, sometimes...
The white rectangle on your clothes might not...
Oh, we're on a...
So...
No, but Titus... Oh, him and his boy stirred up something in town. No, I don't... Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. Sure, mister. About what? Bye-bye. Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back. Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself. Yes. I'm like Miss Action.
Who is...
A real but I can't.
Stay on this.
Oh, but she's a...
For a frac...
If me Dr. Lemaitre said so.
Yes.
Well, sometimes...
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition...
Oh, yeah, it's...
Powerboard.
Yes. Oh, the whirling... Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You... Oh, we're on a...
So, no...
Not, but Titus... Oh, I'm not really... Him and his boy stirred up some... No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about... Oh, we're on a strike.
So, no one is...
Not... But Titus and his boys got into some drunk... Oh, him and his boy stirred... I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some...
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this under hearties.
Too late. Leo's mouth is... Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No. He already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know...
Oh, you want guys like me? Oh, Mr. Evra is where he always is. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Sure, mister. About what? Oh, hey, mister. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them
The containers in the yard are green in wild palm.
Yes, they are high...
No, not really. Mr. Evrat doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to it. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Before you is, with great effort.
Welcome, Mr. I'm Ever. I'd offer you my...
He looks extremely comfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever, forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with... I, too, have conviction. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd glad...
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man. and reasonable men, so tell me.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable...
Oh, by the way, this should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Don't mention it. But also don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
Is he?
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you...
His slug-like lips move, but the world is swallowed by a black hole of... Oh God. Why didn't you think of this before? Cops have fuck love.
You don't need a gun.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a
God, you're sweating.
Mr. Dubois.
What is this,
Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind...
Don't be drunk.
What an odd
Okay, enough.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions.
Mega rich light-bending guy? Oh my God. How did that get in there? Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light-bending guys. Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega rich. I have a reputation to protect. You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega-rich guy inside the container and harvest his... I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry. Yes, your gun...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And...
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Of course. I understand. We help you.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You... My God, so...
I think the odds of that are very low.
So good to hear.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of...
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry, it's Harry.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange. You don't feel like any of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
As you look at the folder...
Okay, Harry, you got me.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau.
That means he doesn't really know anything about a pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
The big man peers at...
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed... Oh, of course. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean...
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are bait, and I'm sure you're...
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know... You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the... Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is...
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And...
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here. You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Yes, you. Yes, you're ready to start this conversation. You keep saying things like, down with the ball. Oh yes, everyone can see that. Very. Did someone... Anyone? There's no...
But
don't say anything.
Oh, it must be frightening to stand in the you have such... You reek of it. An invisible...
It's not... It's like a rat crawled into your stomach. Got drunk.
No.
Show him the ham still got it.
Jerking motions. You get... You don't... You will...
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Bring your... The walls will be lined with bottles of al-hul.
Go ahead.
Do not be naive. I know the answer to the...
He does not... Does he?
Cap?
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this.
Good one, officer. Don't worry. We here have solidarity with... Imagine. Speaking of, what brings the RCM? A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to... Oler, what you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling in Rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other.
Okay, but where...
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and... I'm more of a philosophical dock worker.
Who he is and what they're fighting for?
The mercenary, eh?
The man whispers a jaunty...
We're negotiating. Aye. All of it. No. Even a weak child can think it. Just the way the world works. I think it's best you make up your own. I guess you can...
By that.
By heaven. The old man is corrupt for our benefit. Okay, he's reasonably... Besides that...
Not you. You would...
Sure.
The look in his brown eye. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself. Independent. No. No. The man sits on the railing. His hands reaching far. Detective Cousteau.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Oh, you must... What?
You hear?
This the...
Jean-Luc.
You reek of it.
It's not... It's like a rat crook.
You're Occident.
Show him the ham still got it.
Je éthanol fond. Willing. You gay. You dumb. You will be...
It is, baby, yeah.
Bring your... The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race. Seek. That's understandable. He does he?
No.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden.
He's stuck. Also, above offshoot. I am not. We are. I am. No. I'm from Couronne. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secret.
I don't think in...
Your pedomorphic friend is right. Racist. I am not like them. Correct. Your race descent has only worsened.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Yes.
This display of weakness.
Jean-Luc.
Al-Ghul is an Al-Ghul is an ancient. Correct. Yes. I doubt it. You're Occident.
Show him the ham still got it.
You.
It is.
Bring your. No.
There must be.
Mr. Claire is jam. I am not so. I am. No, I'm from. You have heard enough about our phylogeny. Your race descent. Don't be.
There must be some friction there. He's
the. Also, of course. I am. No. Your race descent has only worsened since the last, so
go ahead.
Your Your raised descent has only worked.
Go ahead.
Your raised descent has only...
Go ahead.
Your raised descent has only worsened.
Go ahead.
Your raised descent has only
Ask what kind of races there are first.
Do you? What thing? We already...
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love.
You here to fuck with us? Ha! Besides, we're not that different. I don't trust cops. Maybe we have.
So do we, Scott.
Honest, we came in.
I have a...
You think they follow because I'm big? We were promised work. Main gate's locked, and I don't mean the scrawny mess punk. Yeah? That giant up there, bad. Standing on an... I don't know how the Union has a train. Why don't you go arrest?
It would be better.
No! They will give up eventually. We were promised work.
The physically impressive.
When a buck beats me.
When the man moves around, there's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely His shirt is far too small and an unpleasant. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers. Silence is the answer. There's something off. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's...
What's it to you? Big mess, caused by union greed. But I don't... We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds, worked at... Territorial. Ring a bell. We're done here. I have a strike to break. Right to work! Right to work! Sure. Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
What's it to you? No. Don't think we've met before. I came to help out. We're all workers, right? Worked at Territorial. Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
The small, wrinkled... It's the warmth of a winter night. Nothing. No. This...
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. But why? I just...
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph, in her hands, in the background. The radio... No response. Where... Nothing. No. This one is a monster in disguise.
Yes? Yes? What do you want to know? No, it's not a particular... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in...
He is glad and...
Do you know the feeling when you've begun filling in a crossword, but it will turn into quite the puzzle yet, I'm afraid. I'm afraid...
Is this...
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No. It's not... The deceased is a security guard for a corp... I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know... No.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too
Maybe you can tell me... Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM emerged. During that time, the victim, a security guard or worker of some sort. To find him or her is one of our tasks. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the... That's right. You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that time, a security guard. To find him, there's a strong... That's us. The Revachol Citizens Militia. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the... No, it's not. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation in... Then you are in luck.
Is this a strike?
I expect the case itself. Strike could...
You feel something rising through you. A familiar feeling. An opinion taking form.
When I said we have to navigate...
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good. Yes?
What if you did it? Yes, maybe this... Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary?
And what has led you to this... That is I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation...
No response. He just... A moment passes. The lieutenant...
What do you want to know? Good. Me? I don't see how my life is that's a fair point. Alright, what do you mean? I have no idea what you're... What?
The lieutenant, that's what... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supply.
No.
The lieutenant nods.
Good. Let's change the subject. What about me? That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad, completely uncopped material. If
I can assure you, detective, that I've passed all...
You may not remember taking any little tests.
Just because you're prissy. That's because I'm half sick. It's a part of the world. You're barking up the wrong tree. Good. Excuse me. Frankly, detective, you are in a direct... Some you time?
A moment passes. An old monument. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am... What did he do? High above you, the king's statue.
Hello again, my man.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Hard to say. Your cop habit. This isn't case-related, you think. You see a cop habit. This isn't case-related. No. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown... No. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling-in rags, and then accelerated straight. The driver proceeded before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
I'm not sure.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went.
You are correct. This is...
Somehow that makes you feel... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and... A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran Butter. A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran Butter. Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle. These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier. Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted. The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast. There are two good candidates. The Caprice, it's about the right size. and the tire marks looked like they came from the skinny tire. Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant.
G'day to you.
A burly man. His posture is relaxed.
I wasn't...
The words, daredevil driver, sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Special... Sure thing. Want some too, off?
Why not?
Well, there's... Yeah, not really.
A couple of... This panel usually closes. You pull the lead. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get it. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Any theories about what happened here? What kind of car do you think it was? That's quite likely, from what I can tell. Oh. The traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder? If we must.
I'm not expecting him. You see two...
I can see you were
a pair of...
Those sneakers...
Only? That's madness. These ones...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the... Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the... Well, if... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
There are clothes. You find your hat.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand.
Something cold. This jacket, practical.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir. Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
Front of this quarterly journal because, to your disappointment, after the magazine is divided into several sections. Unsurprised, you skim the... Finally, there's a brief article. One of the editorials sounds like them. You flip back to the front of the comrade, but, so please, if you value...
What do you expect?
You flip back to the... You all face it. You flip back to the front. It takes... As you leave, the main feature, though, that if you don't follow it, this so-called... You think you're... Instead, where to even start? Oddly enough, This are undercapped thus, and that precise at the end of the day. Sure, this flimsy magazine, that's because you haven't.
I can safely say I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wait...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. There's a pile of...
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest... Damn,
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy...
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine.
A good starter.
These
are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV... Shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. These are all first-rate sunglasses. The shine on these sunglasses... The shine on these sunglasses...
No luck.
The shine on these sunglasses...
No. Shine on these sunglasses last... No.
The shine on these sunglasses last...
No luck.
Shine on these sunglasses last... The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guarantee.
No luck.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a life...
No luck.
The shine on these sunglasses. These are all first-rate sunglasses.
No luck.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a...
No.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime. The shine on these sunglasses...
No.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts... The shine on these sunglasses lasts...
No luck.
The shine on these sunglasses... shine on these sunglasses lasts...
No luck.
The shine on... These are all first-rate sunglasses. Oh, very interesting choice of...
This is how it seems. Yes.
Wow! And they can be yours for a mere...
The lieutenant tilts his...
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
A man who knows his style.
Typical Martinez, the light pole, has been...
Yes, officer. It was...
We are not... You have to admit it's rather...
7...
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying...
I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary. It's not... What can I...
His courtesy is not insincere, but He prefers being...
Oh,
who are your customers usually?
All kind. As you can see, I have a head cape.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what? Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward? Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I try to keep the shop at...
There's a note of indignation. Those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen...
Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
We were...
Tough son of...
I lived by the river since I was a small... There wasn't much the volunteer force could... There's a... So much... No one.
So much...
A bunch of poor people. A bad idea. So I came to Martinez. People... I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah. You gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Have you tried it?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire someone. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
Every day, you look the part. Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Pyrrolidon. Straight into your gut.
Of course. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing, and especially that tie. It's...
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me!
Another time, perhaps. Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. I didn't really know what to make of it, but I know it meant something. I doubt it, but I do my best.
No one likes to see what the pawnbroker's gaze is.
Someone else?
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. Truth be told, she was terrible.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your...
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's...
You weren't quiet. You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put...
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
No apologies necessary, officer. You were, and I don't...
He's not telling
you. You were, when I...
You sucked on it.
50.
The lieutenant looks. This has got to... There's pity there too.
It certainly does.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now.
Maybe they went there.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
You see, try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Yes. Big men.
Franco-Nigerian.
A long, long time. They're not...
Which one?
Big men on...
Franco-Nigerian.
A long, long... This set of...
You're probably... I think their poverty has been made.
He seems to have his own take on the... The boombox is on the... One, if this is you, just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2. Made in Vespa. Design... Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found... And here you are.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some, everything you pick. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding. Why? What's this?
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. There's been a lot of interest in that particular...
He doesn't elaborate on these.
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider rides a headless...
Yes, there are several. The headless phone, 50 cents. Bargain price. Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
The boombox is on the... One, if this is you, just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W... If...
Like a beach party.
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's general...
I don't like beach. Absolutely. And here you are.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
A huge pig's come to take me out. Then why...
This, the royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. You tried? Finally. Good job. Let's go. Only curiosity could occur as you hold the... The spread pattern of these
bullet holes generally look the same, so probably, but plenty.
This is the flag of... This isn't just once, it's an optical... It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomenon of this wondrous archipelago.
The tenant is in...
The lieutenant does not bow to the... It is not my flag, he thinks. My flag is the signal... It's clear you like the hard stuff, bro. Evening falls. The time is... The vows are blurred. Lower intestine. Fascism, brota. Many things, but it's mostly, yes, women, men of war. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere. It is one of betrayal. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one a little ring. The images betray a lack of interest in human. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. This person, the lieutenant...
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to and now they've drawn the ire of the...
An interesting little clue. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random
a row of the images, the owner of these mugs. Of course, the lieutenant.
I'm beginning to feel better.
A little ring. The images the owner of these anytime. The lieutenant.
I'm beginning to...
Yes.
There's the missing... And now...
Perhaps you should break into
Who knows?
a little... The owner of these mugs. The images... The owner of these mugs doesn't like people. The lieutenant.
I'm beginning to feel...
You see a young man on...
Not looking for any trouble, officer. There's no trouble. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Don't let him go. This could be your witness.
Apologies, but...
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'm not throwing...
There's no way you'd catch this. Yes, really. Don't even try.
As you wish. Is it really...
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme.
We will remove the body...
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you? No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
You didn't answer the question.
It was my Sunday.
Hey, Sunday makes sense. Friends are nice. He doesn't reply. Gesturing no with his... Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
My name?
Martin Martinez. Good local name. Let's go with that.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions for a moment.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the...
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand... It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple... He could be... He did leave. If we find a way...
A stone. There's a key beneath it.
This must be for... We'll just have to go in and see.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... You have no... Just an ordinary wall. You have... Just an ordinary wall. So many walls, all... Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see. You have no... So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked. Their paint peeling. Yeah.
Why must we stop?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... Just an ordinary wall. Yeah. 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 Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Yeah. Just an ordinary wall.
Why must...
Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall.
Why?
Just an ordinary wall. Yeah.
Why must we stop to look?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Why must...
Just an ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this?
Just an ordinary wall. Yeah. Just an ordinary wall. Just an ordinary wall. Yeah.
Why must we...
Just an ordinary wall. Yeah. 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 Just an ordinary wall. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this. O Wall Father. Huh? He sounds tired of it all.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure. I suppose we have to pass by it again at some point anyway.
Striking.
Good evening, Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild. I'm glad I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist?
That is good to hear.
There's a trace of irony in his...
How interesting.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she...
Quite a few. The information I'm to share with you includes...
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am... And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois.
He looks at you, expectant.
Oh. And what happened?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation.
I see. So, I do...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort... She's a negotiator.
I will be frank.
You're in.
Reports from
the
company or...
Detective. This is not good. Honestly, I was expecting... This woman is...
He doesn't let it show.
No. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate. Briefly. But I'm sure you will, Detective. Oh, you could request a new one.
You're back. Good. It's quite...
Ingredient...
Meth...
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline.
Yes.
Wild pine...
We're in logistics. It's our business. Yes, but you won't get anything out of it. Unlikely, or perhaps you've no... I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. How do you
There was a
with all due... Precisely.
It sounds like she tried.
No. This is a thousands...
Cold breath rushes in from the bay.
A lot of it.
Well...
What is...
Why I had to call East Motor Tract.
I am sorry for...
We know the...
Well... Here's your... Yes? Excellent. It may come... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I'm... Why, of course there are. Yes, we are. We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Lakayu. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol, and it's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distance.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps. The word, a breeze ripples through the cells and tugs at your hair.
Okay, because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordeleche. Why Dolores? Well, my slip.
I'm enjoying...
I really do, the lieutenant.
Good. This... reality. Ah.
Don't be phased.
We may be here a while, but...
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Of course. You're back. Good. What we do, the Pine, and that is the terminal. I'm not at...
A billion?
And to Warpines employs...
She nods.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part? We're in Martinet. Martinet, you would be excused for not knowing about... I'm not a... This place used to be a... It's not... Yes.
Vast, lukewarm, and...
Kai...
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Revachol, the great...
As if itself...
History detective. They built the nations of the... In the DeLorean set. They say, by that time, we are standing on a first, I think, 22 kilometers...
Silent. The water, there is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold. She observes your eyes scanning the horizon. Then breaks the silence. This is one thought you...
Was there some...
This has been... Might I say...
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
It's better not to eat all...
Indeed. I'm always at your service. Glad to have been of assistance. You're back. Good. Everything. First, you'd have to... Why? But I am... First, you'd have to... I am glad you... But I am derailing us. I believe...
And how are the...
They're not. Now they won't even let me... Yes. Let's say...
And when...
I arrived...
But...
I wasn't...
This is...
Heavens, no. There have been two... Mr... Fuck off, midget. Yes.
Sounds like...
There are... Every worker. Then you might also... Personal... It's quite... Just so you understand, this is... There... I'm not sure. And now,
Excuse me.
I first...
This checks out.
Everard? Of course. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen. And I deal with men like him for... Have you seen him? Edgar looks at... It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. With a funny little... The Daybard organize...
A mob.
Refreshing. And your opinion, detective? Why do you think so? Well... I suppose... I'm glad you asked. There... Yes. On downright the point of...
Thank you for your concern, Ned.
If they...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Of course. How else? You have.
Finally, time to choose sides.
What?
And if it were a conflict, the RCM would not pick sides. My colleague's unusual approach to police work does not...
Well, I can't stop you, can I? How could I stop you?
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Oh.
The lieutenant looks at you and...
Unconventional police officers sometimes look...
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun? Did he now? Well, then it should be any day. Oh.
The lieutenant...
Unconventional...
Incredible. Yes.
Please, don't get him in a loop. If he gets in a loop, it will...
Of course.
The lieutenant will be more lenient.
Oh.
The lieutenant...
Unconventional...
Incredible.
Please, don't...
Of course.
The lieutenant will be more lenient.
Of course, detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by. Until then, is there anything I can...
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. Oh, yeah. Look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler. It ain't easy. But it wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from... Yeah. You sure? Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and that's right. 100. Every time you... 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous...
You're back. Good. What can I help you? You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
It remains a mystery.